In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an awesome new EDC pack from Mountainsmith. Stick around. So this is probably a very strange setting for most of you guys who follow the channel to see me in. I'm sitting in my hotel room in Houston, Texas, and I'm preparing for a big trade show for the company that I work for. And I thought this was the perfect opportunity to actually showcase a new backpack that I received from Mountainsmith. And I don't do a lot of EDC bag reviews. I do a few. Most of my stuff is always bushcraft and type survival where I'm out in the woods. But I love a good backpack, and finding an EDC backpack that can actually carry the stuff that I need every day for work has been kind of challenging. I haven't been able to find anything that I really liked. I went through shoulder bags and, laptop cases, all the standard stuff that's out there. Even going to one of the bigger, laptop backpacks that was just overly built and super heavy. Too many pockets, way inconvenient. So when Mountainsmith came out with this backpack, the Divide, in the EVO line, I really liked it. It looked good from first glance at a video that they did on their YouTube channel. So I started doing some research, and I thought this may be the solution for me, because really what I'm looking for is I want something that is simple, fairly lightweight, easy to access, and doesn't have too many pockets and too much organization, because when you start adding pockets to backpacks, they just become heavy, and then you end up subdividing all your stuff, and you're constantly looking for things like, did I put it in this pocket or did I put it in that pocket? I don't know. So it really becomes a pain in the butt, and I wanted to find something that was just simple, that worked, but also could hold up to the rigors of travel and daily use, because EDC, this is truly every day. I'm using this backpack 5 days a week or more. It gets taken from my house, thrown in my truck. I drive to work, I take it out, I carry all my gear in. I'm going on job sites, I'm going to meetings off-site. It's coming with me, and now I'm traveling with it, flying with it. And I must say it's performing pretty well. So this hotel room actually makes for a pretty good studio. Nice natural lighting, different table heights. I can do a lot of stuff with this. So let's go through this. Now, if you're a follower of the channel, you've probably seen one of my videos that I did earlier of the Mountainsmith EVO Day lumbar pack, which is a fantastic hiking waist bag with an integrated shoulder strap system, and I'm going to actually be testing that out this fall, probably doing some hunting with it. It's really perfectly set up for that, so go back and check that video out. It's a fantastic bag, and in that video I talk a little bit more about the EVO line. But if you're not familiar with this line, Mountainsmith came out with a line called EVO, and I believe it's really just short for evolution, because what they're doing is they're taking some of their tried and true bags like the Divide, like the Tour, like the Day, and they're upgrading them, adding some new features, making them a little bit more geared towards the backcountry hunter, a little bit more tactical in appearance, but the quality on these things and the thought they've put into these bags is just phenomenal. I'm really impressed with the EVO line. So this is my second EVO bag, and it's fantastic. So taking a look at it, we have a Velcro field. It comes with this Mountainsmith patch that is removable. We have a large zipper pocket on the front that goes down about 3/4, and in here I've just got a case that holds all my cords and all that good stuff, and it does have a key keeper, and this is where I put my truck keys. So I'm traveling today, my truck is in long-term parking, so I keep that there so I know where to find my keys and they're out of the way. Outside we have a stretchy side bottle pocket, and it fits a variety of water bottles. So this is my Circle, fits in there very well, and the cord tightener for adjusting that water bottle pocket is in the back, so that kind of hangs out of the way, doesn't get caught on things. I haven't had any issues with it. I've got it cinched down pretty good. Of course it will fit, you know, your standard water bottle easily. I actually had 2 water bottles in it this morning. It will fit a 32-ounce Nalgene, no problem. So a lot of room, and I like the one cord adjustment. I think that's fantastic. On this side we have this, I'm using this for a phone pocket, but it's deep enough and big enough you can put a lot of different things in here. So my work phone goes in here, and you could put a couple of phones in there. Only thing that so far I haven't liked about this pocket is I wish the Velcro was a little bit wider to keep that flap down. Now the flap has never come open on me at all, but as you can see, since there's no Velcro here, these edges kind of curl up and they kind of stick out. I would like to see that flatter if possible. So what I do is I just try to pull this down as far as possible and catch some of that Velcro, but I feel like there should be probably more Velcro on this so it's more adjustable for different size items. And as you can see, it has this very nice bright orange interior, and when we open up this bag, we're going to see more of that. On the bottom of the bag, we have 2 rows of Pals webbing for Molly pouches. Moving to the back of the bag, you can see that there is ample padding back here with a very nice deep air channel. This is probably one of the better, more well done padding setups I've seen on a backpack. Most of them don't do anything. They look good, but they don't really do much. This really actually has a deep channel, and this wider or deeper, thicker padding right here is probably, I don't know, it's a good 1/4 inch or deeper that this sticks out, so you get some good airflow back here. And it's just the construction of it's really well done. I mean, you can see the stitching is very nicely done. There is tabs right here on the side, which I think that you would add a waist belt. I don't know if that's an option. I haven't really looked into it yet. There may be an option. If not, maybe you can fashion your own waist belt if you feel you need one, but it's certainly not necessary with this size of backpack. And then the straps, as you can tell, very ergonomic. Once again, nice padding. I like the curve to these. They fit my shoulders very well. They're wide enough so they don't pinch. And then we do have a removable sternum strap, and then adjustment on the straps right there. And then they do have strap keepers, so you don't have a lot of dangling strap material hanging off. So very well made, very well designed. Nice job. And then the final outside feature, which I think is kind of sometimes underrated on backpacks, is we have a really nice grab handle that has a piece of Cordura material sewn over it, so that helps it kind of retain its shape, and you're able to grab this very quickly and easily and not be searching for it. So, you know, when you're getting on and off planes, in and out of taxis and Ubers, you know, being able to grab your bag quickly, I think is essential. You want to be able to get to this stuff fast and not be fumbling around trying to pick this bag up. Now, there is one more feature on this bag that I haven't shown yet, and this is kind of interesting. There is a pocket on the bottom of this bag, and the idea behind it is that this is a place to put a concealed carry pistol. And it actually has a tab in here, and I don't know if I can get this out and show you, so hopefully you can see that right there. So that would be a way of securing a holster, like clipping into that somehow, and then keeping your firearm down here. Now, I'm not sure if I would ever do that. One thing is that this is not padded, so your gun, if you do put a gun back here and you set this thing down, it's going to be clanking and it's going to be rubbing and hitting your gun. I don't particularly care for that. This would probably be a better application for a hidden passport, wallet, some kind of items that you want to keep secure, and then you could tether into that tab in here and then keep this below and hidden, and that way this is not easily accessible for pickpockets and thieves if you're traveling in the United States or abroad. I know that's a big problem in Europe, so having some kind of hidden pocket where you can put things, I think, is a great idea. Now, it does not lock. There is no security to any of these zippers on this bag. That may have been a great feature to add, but you do have the hidden pocket on the bottom, and you can really use that however you want. So the zippers come down as far as the pockets. This zipper goes down a little bit further because this pocket's lower, and this one doesn't go down quite as far because of the water bottle pocket. But as you can see, when you open this thing up, take this pouch out. So when you open this thing up, look at all that orange material. This thing is super bright. It screams at you, and I love that because it really allows you to find things very easily and quickly. And you probably can't see too well in the video, but there's an imprint of like a topographic map on this material. So pretty cool. Nice little attention to detail. Now the big pocket in the back here is deep enough to hold a full-size clipboard and a manila envelope, which I think is fantastic, because if you're truly, using this for travel and business, you're going to have full-size items like magazines, envelopes, stuff like that. So I've got a variety of items in here, and it's very deep, and it hits all those very well, fits them very well. And then we got a pocket here. We got a small pen pocket that'll fit a couple of pens. Don't need a lot. And then a mesh pocket here, which I've just got my earbuds. And then this thing goes down pretty deep. So another feature on the inside of this bag is this pocket right here. And it's kind of interesting. So this is a mesh pocket with a zipper. And what I've done is I keep my business cards in here, right? But below that, it is padded. There's a padded pocket that is fleece lined. And this is where I put my reading glasses. So it's a great place for reading glasses, sunglasses, whatever. It's a nice protected pocket. What's cool about it is it's on the lid as you open it, and it's right at the top, so you can access this thing very quickly, and it also keeps it up out of the storage area, so it's not going to get squished. It's not going to be hard to get at. You're going to be able to get to this very quickly, very easily, and it's just it's a great option how they did that. I really like that design feature. It works perfectly in this configuration, and it really doesn't impede my ability to get inside the bag. And what's interesting about this bag is this is the main pocket. This is not a separate admin pocket. This is it. This is where everything goes. And you can tell how deep that is, right? Very deep. So you're wondering, where does the laptop go? Because obviously you're going to need that if this is a true EDC bag. Well, the laptop compartment is on the outside of the bag, down the side. Lined with the orange material. Once again, this fits a 15-inch laptop perfectly, easily. I love that it is outside of the bag because I can get to it quickly when I'm in meetings. I don't have to fumble around going into the interior of the bag to find my laptop. It is right there. And the padding on this is fantastic. There's actually a stiffener panel. I would say it's probably some type of HDPE or plastic of some sort in there, along with padding, so your laptop is protected, but it's also protecting your back from the laptop. So a nice container in here to hold your laptop and keep it nice and safe. Now, one thing about this bag, there really isn't any ability to run a hydration bladder. So if you're going to use this backpack as double duty, it would be difficult because there is no ports or holes up here for a hose. And I mean, you could probably put a hydration bladder back in here and then just run that out the top. These zippers stay where they're supposed to. They do not come down. So you could probably run a tube right there. But if I'm not mistaken, there's no hanger for a bladder. So it's really not designed for that. But what I like about this backpack is you easily can use this as a travel bag where you are going from, traveling with your electronics and your laptop and stuff like that, getting to your hotel, taking those things out and then adding in some hiking stuff and then going and hitting the trail or doing some sightseeing. I think it's a good bag that you're going to be able to do both those things easily. All right, I hope you found this video useful. Please check out the link down below to Mountainsmith and the EVO line. They are really coming out with some cool stuff. The construction and material on this thing is far superior than most things I'm seeing on the market. It's a Cordura build. The attention to detail is very nice. They've really thought this thing out. And Mountainsmith is a U.S. company. I've talked to their team members, and they put a lot of thought into this stuff that they make. And I think the EVO line has some very cool options for hunting, but also for travel and EDC. And they even have some really cool coolers that they've come out with, some soft-sided coolers. And of course, the Day lumbar pack and the Tour lumbar pack are fantastic. I'm going to be testing those out more this year, but I've done a video on that. So, Mountainsmith is one of those brands that has been around for a very long time and keeps developing and evolving, and that's what EVO line is all about, is that evolution of that brand, and they've done a fantastic job. So I love this pack. This is my new EDC work pack. I don't see any reason to change this thing. It hauls everything I need to. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, like, share, hit that bell notification, all that good stuff that you're supposed to do. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this, and we will see you next time on The Prepared Wanderer.